Afternoon. First question that's come in, how do I get an apprenticeship?
Right, very good question. Thank you for asking that one. What I am going to do now, I'm going to pass that one across to one of our other coordinators for our plumbing team, and that is to Eden Longley. So Eden, if you could give us the answer to how do I get an apprenticeship?
Good afternoon. You can contact our dedicated apprenticeship team via the college website, and if you already have an employer, it would help the process. But for further information, there is actually a webinar on tomorrow at 4 p.m. which you could join, and you get more details there about the specifics of apprenticeship.
Okay, thank you for that, Eden. So we've got a webinar tomorrow then?
Yes.
Excellent. In that case then, yeah, thank you, Eden. If I pass us back to Andy, another question?
Another question that's come in, do we need to purchase any pieces of equipment or for any of the construction courses?
Right, okay. I'll field that one. Yes, again, good question around uniforms, equipment. So it will depend upon the subject that you study. However, you will be given full information when you enroll, but we do endeavour to keep the cost to a minimum. So it won't be an extravagant expense that you'll be required for, but you'll get that information at the point of enrolment. Another question, please, Andy.
Another question, I'll part answer this one myself. A question that's come in, what companies do we work with locally? In construction, number of companies that we've worked with locally this year are Volker, Fitzpatrick and Kia. They've supported a number of our learners to get CSCS cards. We've also worked quite closely with Berkeley Homes Group, RG Carter, another big construction company who are doing a very big build on the Royal Veterinary College. And we've also worked quite closely with Wilmot Dixon. Those last three companies have invited us over on a couple of occasions for site visits for our students, which might potentially move on to some work experience. I don't know if we can involve Mark King for motor vehicle. Can you enlighten any of your kind of contacts where your students are working with industry?
Yes, if you're there, Mark, if you'd like to come in.
Yep, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Wonderful. I've just just grabbed one of the kids' Xbox headsets so I could actually use the microphone on that. So anyway, well, yeah, great question. One of the local companies we use is Hopkins. They have a set of different garages using different manufacturers. So Fiat, and Renault. And we've had a good relationship with them over the last few years. We've had quite a few of our students been offered either part-time positions as well as even full-time positions. So some of the technicians that are currently working there are in fact from Oaklands College originally. They're very good, they're very supportive, and we make sure that the students that are going there are well prepared as well. So making sure they've obviously got their boots and their overalls and that they're equipped, ready to go.
Okay, thank you for that, Mark.
Moving on. Another question that's just come through. How many days would I spend at college per week?
I think I'm going to pass that one back across to Eden. So Eden, if you could answer that one for me, please.
Certainly. Full-time learners will be in college across a minimum of 3 days. However, due to timetabling, this could actually vary. So it just depends on your timetable.
Yeah, I think that's fair comment. Certainly a full-time learner would expect to be in the college for a minimum of 3 days. So thank you for that one, Eden. Again, Andy, any more questions?
Nothing coming through at the moment.
No. I think, oh, hang on, I've just seen one down the right-hand side there. what time does college start and finish? Again, yeah, that's all students want to know that one. I think they're keen to know the start time. So I'll answer that one. I'll field that one for us. So teaching for full-time learners can begin at 9 o'clock in the morning with lessons finishing by 5 o'clock. That doesn't mean to say you'll be in college from 9 till 5. Again, the timetable will vary, can vary. So have we got any more questions at all, Andy?
Yes, there's one that's just come through now. And it looks like a plumbing question. Do we have to start at level 1 for plumbing, or can we go straight into level 2?
Again, I think I'll pass that one to Eden, but again, good question.
No, it depends on your grades. You can come in at level 2 if you've got your good GCSE grades at D and above. Ideally, we'd like to see you with C's, but it does depend on what we feel is best for you when you start at the college.
Yes, and I think thank you for that one, Eden. I think I would add to that the fact that for the plumbing and the electrical, we offer a start point of entry 3. So we have a stepping on point for all candidates or all applicants, and we obviously find the right place for you to ensure that that you are able to be successful with us. Andy, have we got any more questions?
Not at the moment.
No more coming through.
One that's just popped up. One for you, Jim. Do we need a uniform?
Right. Do we need a uniform? I think we've really sort of covered that one, haven't we?
Kind of touched on that a little bit.
Equipment, yeah, we sort of touched on that because, as I say, it'll depend on the subject that you study. You'll get the information at the point of enrolment. And again, I'll come back to the point, we try and keep the cost down. Certainly for plumbing and electrical, you will wear a uniform, which would be cargo trousers and a polo shirt top and the option of a sweatshirt top. But that uniform, certainly for plumbing and electrical, is compulsory, and you'll wear that all the time that you're in college.
Another question's come through. They're coming through thick and fast now, which is good. A student has asked, if I already work part-time as an electrician, do we still have to complete work experience with the college?
Again, excellent question. It will depend upon the work that you'd be doing at the part-time. What usually happens, though, is that we can use that as the work experience, but it will certainly depend upon the actual circumstances that we see. So I won't commit one way or the other on that one.
Okay, question for myself that's just come through. I'm not sure which area of construction I want to go into. Could you please tell me a little bit more about the multi-trade construction course? So I can certainly expand a little bit on the multi-trade construction course. It's really designed for somebody who is working for a general builder, or for somebody who doesn't know what area of construction you actually want to go into. As part of the course, you'll be undertaking units in painting and decorating, plastering, carpentry, brickwork, and some hard landscaping, i.e. slab laying, block paving. And there is also an element of plumbing and electrical in that as well. And that's to give you a broad taste of the whole of construction. And hopefully from participating on that course, you can find out where your strengths lie, and quite often you can progress through to that actual area of the college in your following year.
Okay, Andy, have we got any further questions?
It's a motor vehicle question that's just come through. How much theory work is involved with the motor vehicle courses? Which is quite a good question.
Yeah, thank you for that. So how much theory, how much practical? It works out as about 50-50. So if you were to join at entry 3 level, which is our sort of starting point level, the majority is in fact practical. So it's probably more like 75% practical. As you progress onto level 1, level 2, it's more like 50-50. There is quite a lot of self-study involved as well. So you will be given tasks to do at home. And obviously, if you're struggling with that, tutors can help. If you do need additional support or time, we have the on-site support network as well. So you can always book in one-to-ones to have support for that. At level 3, our highest level that we offer at motor vehicle, we tend to have slightly more on the theory side, as it's very much about the diagnostic process. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, another question. Just reading through it. It's an electrical question, and it's someone asking, at the end of my course, at the end of my full-time college course, am I a qualified electrician?
Oh, now that's a excellent question. I'm going to pass that one out to another one of our coordinators, and that will be passing across to Terry Grimwood. Terry, if you're able to come into the conversation.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Right.
I can hear you clearly. Thank you, Terry. If you could answer that question for us.
Well, as with most trades, doing the college course, the City and Guilds course doesn't get you your full qualification. At the end of the course, you have to work in the trade and get an NVQ, National Vocational Qualification, which if you don't know what that is, you'd be assessed in your workplace. There's a number of different types of work that you have to do, and you keep a portfolio, photographs, reports of what you do, and NVQ assessors come out to visit you. To get full qualification, you do have to be working in the trade, and not immediately afterwards. You can, it can be a while between you finishing your college course and actually getting your NVQ. But no, you have to be in the trade, and I think it applies to most trades. You have to be in that trade before you get your full qualification. But the hard bit's done. The college bit is done.
Thank you for that one, Terry. Andy, any more questions?
Yeah, there's another question about apprenticeships. This is specifically about carpentry and joinery apprenticeship. So if Peter Lawrence is on, I'll pass it over to Peter Lawrence.
Yeah, good afternoon. Okay, carpentry joinery apprenticeships. Yeah, well, you tend to attend 1 day a week, and obviously you have an appointed assessor with you. The course lasts roughly about the same time as the full-time course, so it is a 2-year course, this one. And depending which framework you're on, you either do assessments within the college, or you'll end up going to another testing centre if you're on the new apprenticeship framework.
Just a chip in there.
Sure.
To actually participate on an apprenticeship program, you will need an employer, and 95% of the time you will come to the college with that employer, and we'll put you on to an apprenticeship program. And as I'm being reminded in the background here, there is an actual apprenticeship open day webinar tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Where you might get some more details regarding apprenticeships.
Okay.
Cheers. Thanks, Pete.
Thank you for that, Andy.
Now, there's no other questions coming through at the moment. We've had 1 or 2 people join us late. So they might just be soaking things up and getting ready to post the question, but there's nothing coming through at the moment.
Okay, for those of you who have joined us late, that's not a problem. We will be sharing a recording of this webinar, and you'll also get a copy of the slides then and additional video clips. So you won't actually have missed anything. Unless we have any more questions coming through, Andy. I think
a request from Claire if you can just run through the slides just briefly again for any latecomers if that's
Jim, would you
possible.
be able to just show the slides of all the courses on, please, just so anyone that came in late can just see the courses available? If that's possible.
Certainly. I'll
Thank you.
bring that back up. Hang on. So I've got to go back and, you know, these things. Let me bring that one up for you, and that one, and back in. Let me share it with you. Can you see that one, Claire?
That's great. Thanks, Jim. Brilliant.
Okay. So, yeah, the information that we see on the screen there gives you a list of the different courses and levels that we offer at brickwork, carpentry and joinery, and then the multi-skills. So they are at different levels. If I give you a moment to look through those lists, and then I'll move us to the second slide, which then includes the electrical installation, plumbing, and motor vehicle. Some of the entry requirements are there, but if you're at all unsure about the entry requirements in terms of qualifications, if you go to the college website, you'll be able to see there, or there'll be a contact telephone number where you can call into the college, and we have advice and guidance team available there to give you information. Would you like me to pass back to you, Claire?
Yep, thank you, Jim. I think, unless you have any more questions, I think that's it for today. But as Jim mentioned, we have recorded this session, so we will be sending the recording out to everyone who's signed up for the webinar today. And we'll also be sending extra video links on our virtual tours of all the areas, and also some extra videos from our tutors and students as well. So I think on behalf of the construction trades, I'd like to thank you for coming today. And please do visit our website to apply for courses. If you need any more information, then we'll be very happy to help as well. So thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you.